That's the first thing on the recording there.
You can cut that.
No, I think that's good. I think it's a good start to it, actually.
Okay, welcome back. Well, this is part 2 of our broken
this is part
podcast. Of our podcast 3, part 2.
In case you're wondering, yes, we have been kicked out of our room and we've had to move around a lot.
Oh, we've been running all over our building, just trying to find a room which is either vacant, quiet, or that is vacant and quiet, and we're currently sitting in kind of a hallway.
Well, it's a dead end of a hallway.
Yeah, it's
and all the doors have danger signs on them, so I think there won't be very much
traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll see.
Our luck today.
Oh, we're right near elevators, and we'll just see how this goes.
Anyway, we're going to move on to our second topic.
So, I'm the second. Okay, so I've been playing Half-Life 2. So, the entire Half-Life 2 group of games. I know it's old stuff, but a while ago I bought the orange box, and it came the orange box on Steam, and it came with all the Half-Life series, or the Half-Life 2 games. I thought, okay, I'll play them. See what happens. I mean, I bought them. Might as well play them. So, why not?
Well, it makes sense.
You're using something that you bought?
Who
Madness.
knew? Okay, so in it contained Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and Half-Life 2 Lost Coast.
How many Half-Lives are there?
Well, if you keep on halving it, there's a
Not
different
more than 2.
What, does the game time get shorter every 2 years?
I don't know. Anyway, so I haven't played Half-Life 1.
Yes.
So I'm lacking the backing storyline. Generally, I thought they were a good set of games. I didn't really like the Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, because it was basically a demo. It only had one level. So it was basically showing you the physics of stuff and weapons and shooting people. So that was alright, but wasn't great. I found it had very interesting gameplay. It kind of consisted of horror, action, and puzzle gameplay elements.
Oh, yeah.
Good puzzle gameplay elements, because
Physics puzzle gameplay elements.
Puzzle games are what really catches me in video games. Really gets my attention.
Well, I enjoyed it. You really had to think to get it. So the horror aspect was with the head crabs and the zombies. The action was when you were fighting the Combine, who had guns and would shoot at you.
A Combine harvester?
No.
Yes.
It's an organization.
Yes, he was fighting an organization of Combine harvesters.
Yes.
It was a dangerous day.
And they had guns.
I've been up against a Combine harvester before, and let me tell you, that was not pretty.
Did you win?
Well, he's
No,
still
I
here.
ran. I ran like the wind.
The man who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. So, there was action aspects with the Combine, who were essentially a group of soldiers hired by Black Mesa. Yeah.
Actually, can I just state this now?
Can I finish? Okay, go on.
No, you cannot finish.
I cannot finish.
Black Mesa, Umbrella Corporation. Oh, there's another one.
Aperture Science.
Yeah, Aperture Science. How are these organizations still alive?
GLaDOS.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You kind of look at these game
No, I
worlds,
mean-
and I'm not asking for 100% realism, though. It's just like, after the first game, if you expose their company as horrible and...
Even if you don't expose their
decrepit.
company, for example, the Umbrella Corporation, the gains were never explained.
Yes.
Why? Why would you do this? There's no reason. No logical reason for this.
Biological
understand
warfare, that's the only reason.
No, yeah, but for everyone?
Yes.
Biological warfare is to
Well,
get rid
Aperture
of your
Science is to make a
opponents.
cool gun.
Yeah, Aperture Science had a reason, though. But
We do what we must because we can.
But they had a goal, and then they did what they did in order to achieve that goal.
And it was actually quite well explained.
And
The
it
fact
was
that-
explained, you know.
Yeah, because GLaDOS was designed to
I hope
keep-
there's no spoilers.
Oh, that's a good point.
We'll just...
Good point.
Okay.
Spoiler warning now. If you
I don't wanna
if you
hear
don't
it.
like spoilers,
La 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 la.
close your ears and
Wait, is
just-
this... Make sure... I haven't played Portal 2.
Okay, but it's pretty much gathered from Portal 1. The fact that GLaDOS is basically designed to do science, so her purpose is to keep doing science. which is
All
why
science
she
experiments
keeps
of all
running.
sorts, yeah.
Which is why she keeps running the protagonist through all these different experiments because that's her purpose. And when the facility shut down,
The problem
that's
is
what
the
she was left to
person
do.
involved. Yeah. Anyway, so there were a lot of physics puzzles, and I thought these were great.
Well, what exactly is a physics puzzle?
Well, the physics engine in Half-Life 2 is amazing. You can pick up stuff and move it, and well, one of them, for example, this might be a minor spoiler, but I'm not sure. It's early-ish in the game.
The
Why don't you just call it Object A?
the game came out about like 10 years ago. I think people are ready now.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so it's essentially a ramp that you need to elevate, but it's sitting in water because you've got a kind of hovercraft thing, and you need to put barrels underneath the ramp, so the ramp lifts up high enough so you can use your hovercraft and jump over to the next section.
Oh, that's
Pretty good.
So it's, if you didn't know had all the physicsy stuff in it, you just sit there and think, okay, now what? It's a dead end. And sometimes I'd sit there and think, I have no idea where to go. I am completely lost at this. And then you think up, okay, what can I use to get through this? Another time in, I think it was Half-Life 2 Episode 2, I wanted to get this huge cache of guns. But it was in a warehouse and I couldn't find any way to do it. So I went out of the warehouse and had a bit of crawling and stuff, went out of the warehouse. I saw some barrels lying around. So what I did is I grabbed some barrels, took them in, stacked them up, and used them and jumped from one barrel to the next barrel to get up onto the platform where all the guns were.
Nice.
So you just got to think outside the box. It was quite good.
I like it when games do let you do that because I do come across some things where a platform is just above the jump height and I'm not allowed to move the crate that's sitting next to me.
Yeah.
That bugs me so much.
In Half-Life 2, you can pretty much move anything, especially when you have... Okay, I'm not going to say that. Wait. Okay, this is another spoiler, especially when you have the upgraded gravity gun.
Again, it came out 10 years ago. I think people are over it by now.
But if people haven't played it, I recommend playing it. And you have the upgraded gravity gun, and it can pick up pretty much anything. It can pick up people, and you can shoot them across the room. It's great fun. Yeah, it's awesome fun. So yeah, I really enjoyed the physics puzzles. I wouldn't exactly class part of the gameplay as horror, though. The horror mainly consisted of head crabs jumping out at you.
So it's kind of...
You turn a corner,
freaky.
it jumps at you. It's more just a cheap jump out boo scare kind of thing. And the only other really scary thing was you'd be and this is early on, you walk past a zombie, it decides to stand up off the ground and come after you because you thought it was dead.
Yeah.
So eventually what you end up doing is you end up expecting the head crab around every corner and you fire a shotgun blast.
Into every single corpse that you find.
Every single corpse you come up to, you put an extra you put an extra round in it.
I do the same thing with Dead Island now.
Yeah.
Just every single corpse that I can see that looks like a zombie, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, you end up expecting it, and when you don't expect it, it's just a cheap scare. It's not really getting into your head.
Yeah.
It's like Dead Space, which is really,
I haven't
really
played that, so.
Scary.
That said, I reckon the best horror is one where you actually cannot fight against whatever's attacking you yourself. I reckon horror is very
attacking yourself.
No, whatever's attacking you. Because you can't really have horror when you have a gun. Because to be perfectly honest, that just means no matter how bad it gets, so long as you have a decent amount of skill
or
you can
limited
get
resources.
Yeah,
you don't have enough ammo to get you through.
Well, that's
that is then
stuff
another
is,
psychological thing.
If you play on the hardest difficulty in Dead Space, there's no ammo. So you are running for your life most of the time.
Yeah. I think it's scarier to have a gun with no bullets in and to be running than to have a gun with a couple of bullets left and the emerging horde is upon you because you know it's
fight or flight. You have no choice.
Yeah,
you have to run away.
There's this one where you're playing in a mental asylum and the Justine DLC.
Amnesia?
That's it, Amnesia.
Yeah.
That I really liked the gameplay for that.
I haven't played it, and I'm not a huge fan of horror games.
I'm a big fan of puzzle games, and I class that as a puzzle game.
You would, I reckon you would enjoy Half-Life 2. I would recommend you get it.
Right.
Get it! No, it's a recommendation. So, yeah, I enjoyed the games. Across each of the separate games, it had a good introduction of new enemies that would normally be similar to the other enemies you battled. They'd tie in really well.
Okay.
The storyline, I enjoyed. Overall, the storyline was good.
It had a fitting end as well.
Well, the ending leaves it open for Half-Life 3.
Which will never happen.
Well, we don't know if it will or not. Well, I probably won't have to wait as long as most people because I've only just played it. Back to the horror. The only really horror thing was at one stage I was waiting for an elevator. And
elevators. Don't like elevators.
Essentially an elevator, but it was pitch black. And one of the zombie types will run up to you or charge at you, hit you, and once he's hit you once, actually he doesn't even need to hit you once, he will hold up a grenade above his head.
Oh, yeah?
And run at you until the grenade explodes. Now, if you kill him while he's holding up the grenade is still live and it will roll around the ground because of the physics engine. So that gets freaky because you're trying to stand near the only light, which is the elevator, and it shows you pretty much nothing anywhere. So that does get freaky. That gets a bit psychological. You're thinking where they're coming from, what's happening. So that I thought was good.
Yeah,
but
and another game that did that well was BioShock, because one of the earlier segments, this isn't really much of a spoiler, because once again it's come out a while ago, and if you haven't played it yet, it's $20 on Steam. I
like BioShock. We've
there's-
talked about BioShock before, haven't we?
Yeah, there's this one point where you get the shotgun. I think I may have mentioned this before, where you get the shotgun and immediately around you all the lights turn off. The level format hasn't changed. Nothing's changed except for the fact that all the lights have turned off except for the one light in the center, and all of a sudden all these monsters come and swarm you. Again, like that, it's a very effective tool because all of a sudden
lighting really does play on the imagination. One of our basic fears is of the dark. I mean, even when we were kids, we're scared of the dark.
Because we can't see anything.
And our imaginations run wild.
It's
sensory overload.
When I went to a park at night. It's a beautiful view. It's like a park with a beach, looks out over the yachts, and you've got these two headlands on each side, stars, beautiful, wonderful. I'd love to go there at night. There's one light in the middle of the park, which is about 200 meters from the beach, which is where I like to sit. Mm-hmm. And I went there with a friend, and my friend immediately went to that light to stand at the pole, which I think is one of the stupidest things you can do. Because if you are in the light, you can see nothing except what is in the light. And everything else can see you perfectly.
Yeah.
That's
the one thing
really
I learned,
fear,
which was reinforced into me in cadets, which is if you are in the darkest shadow,
you can see everyone else.
Then you are the only thing in the darkest shadow, and you can see everything else.
Yeah.
And it's quite safe because they can't see you. So, yeah. But then, of course, it's a trade-off, because if you're in the light, you can see what's going on. You can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're in the darkness and something else is in the darkness, and it's a stealthy thing, then you may not be able to perceive it, which is quite risky.
Yeah. My favourite weapons in the game, I'll have to do this.
Yeah.
Favourite weapons was the revolver, the shotgun, and the gravity gun. Especially the ramped up gravity gun. Because they were just fun.
Who wouldn't like a gravity gun?
No, a portal gun. A gravity gun in one hand, portal gun in the other.
Oh, wow.
Just go rampage on everything. I don't think the crowbar was strong enough in that game. Because it would take... Well, it's a melee weapon. It's up close. It has a lot of risk for you to use it appropriately.
But that doesn't mean it's going to be a good weapon.
No,
Think about it. Using a straw is also a high-risk weapon against a zombie. It doesn't mean a straw is very good.
Okay, if you whack someone over the head with a crowbar, even though he's wearing a helmet, he's most likely going to go down, isn't it?
With a helmet? Not necessarily, no.
If you hit him hard enough.
If you hit him hard enough, you can give him a mild concussion, though it won't go down permanently.
Yeah, no, you could stand back up and still fight.
Yes, but if you're just continuously hitting, like 5 straight hits and nothing's happening,
yeah, but still,
it gets
it's a helmet. Helmets are pretty strong.
Eventually, you'll knock him out at least. Anyway,
What if he's in a helmet?
I would rather it to be strong. What if there's no helmet? It's the head.
Oh, then sure, boom, gone.
Yeah. See, now this is with the head crabs. You have
but I think
head crab zombies. You got to hit them about 4 times before they go down.
I think that's more of a personal preference rather than actual
I love
the gameplay
yeah.
mechanics.
Yeah, I know, but I would like it to be stronger because it's fun.
It would be a problem if, say, there was one enemy that you could only really defeat with the crowbar, and it took like 20 hits to kill him because the crowbar was so underpowered. That would be a problem. Yeah. What you're describing there is a bit more of a personal preference. Like I
like melee weapons because they're usually quite strong. I mean, in Bioshock, you can kill a splicer with 1 hit with the crowbar.
Yeah.
And I love that because they'll generally run at you and jump. So what I'll do is I'll just stand there, crowbar out. They run at me, they jump, I hit them, and then they just and they just collapse on the ground behind me because of their momentum carries.
Best use of physics engines yet.
Oh, I do love that. That is
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll, yes. And so yeah, that's my. I did like the Half-Life 2 games. I found them enjoyable.
C4. Ragdoll. Boom.
So yeah, that's my take on the Half-Life 2 group of games. So
yeah. And on to the next topic, I guess.
Well, you had a question for us.
Yes. What do you guys reckon the future will be like? I know it's a kind of basic question, but where do you think...
That is so massive.
I know, but it's... Here's the question, what would you like? I know we're probably not going to get onto this today, but just something for you guys to think about, and we'll bring it up at another time.
And if you want to comment, then also comment,
yeah,
what do you think the future will be like?
What do you think it would be like, and how would you like it to be? They're my 2 main questions.
So you don't have to write an essay about everything. You can just describe, say, what will our culture be like? What will...
Yeah.
What will our technology be like? Whatever you want to talk about, just mention something that you think will appear or be improved or something like that. What do you think the future will be like?
Yeah. So now we're going to shut this off once again.
We are, yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Please turn to side 2. Or side B. What is it, side B or side B? Side B.
Please turn to side B.
Thank you.